Today we're meeting one of the newest faculty members here at Augusta State University, and she's served our country for over 15 years, and we're so glad to have Major Karen Rowe here with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, before we jump into the main part of the interview, Major Rowe, let's kind of backtrack and let's talk about a little bit about your background. And I understand that you're a graduate of West Point. Kind of tell us about all that.
I am. I had the opportunity when I was 18 to go to the military academy up at West Point, New York. I got kind of hooked into going into the Army. My father was an officer in the Army for 26 years. Mm-hmm. So I sort of knew that I wanted to be an officer in the Army and had the opportunity to go to West Point, and so I earned my commission from that source.
Okay. Now, before coming to Augusta State University, what position did you hold?
I was out in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and I was serving in a signal battalion that does satellite communication for the theater of operations. So Iraq, Afghanistan, Kuwait, Qatar, anywhere that Department of Defense service members are deployed, we provided satellite control communications for them.
Okay. So when and why did you decide to join the military?
My father's service influenced me. I was very lucky in that the people that he served with, I thought were good people. They were well-rounded, they were athletic, they were leaders, they were scholars, they were selfless. They wanted to be not only good for their country but good for their families and their communities. Mm-hmm. It seemed like a good example that if I could grow up to be a person of that character, of that sort, that would serve me well. And going to West Point, becoming an officer in the Army, seemed like a good way to do that.
Now, I was one of these people that thought that if you joined the ROTC, that you were automatically enlisted into the Army. Is that true or is that not true?
That's a great question, and I'm glad you asked. There is no commitment. Again, the ROTC program here at Augusta State is specifically driven about the Army. We want to give both people who want to join exposure, but also people who do not want to join the Army. They just want to understand what the military is about, what the different services are, what occupations, what the ranks are. So when you hear it in the news and when you hear it in passing conversation, you'll understand the different types of branches and services that those service members are providing. So no, you can come over, you can take our physical PT classes, physical training classes, you can take our academic classes, you can join us in our adventure training, rappelling and rock climbing, weapons shooting. Just come on over and see us, and no, there is no commitment. You could spend a couple years with us, seeing what we do, and decide what you want to do.
For those who are joining the ROTC as well as the military, how well does that prepare them for their career?
I think it prepares an individual well for either a civilian or a military career. We focus very highly here on the 7 Army values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. And when you have a foundation in that, no matter what profession you go into, mm-hmm. you have the ability then to serve. If your boss knows that you're loyal to his programs, to her programs, they're going to be more inclined to give you more responsibility. Same with selflessness. You're not looking out for your next promotion. Your boss is going to watch out for you. So taking those Army values, those 7 very basic leadership principles, and applying them to all that we do here allows you to be a better citizen or a better military service member.
Okay. Now, I was looking on the website of the ROTC here at Augusta State, and I know that some of the things that you all like to point out to your students is making them better scholars, better athletes, and better leaders. Now, I would love for you to just expound on those 3 things for me.
Being an Army officer is about being all 3 of those things: being a scholar, being an athlete, and being a leader. You could be very strong in any one of those areas and be successful in any business. In the military, we need you to be able to take those 3 components of development and be well-rounded in all of them. So being a solid student, a student of life, being a viable athlete, someone that can do obstacle courses, shoot weapons, road march miles if we need you to, and then finally be a leader. Be a leader of your peers, be a leader of your subordinates. And you take those 3 aspects, you roll them together, and you come up with a soldier of quality of character, or, in our case, sometimes a civilian of quality and character.
Major Rowe, another question that comes to my mind is, have you noticed an increase in females joining the ROTC?
This is a great question. I'm glad you asked. We do have about 50% of our population here in the program are females. And we love to give every soldier, every student, every potential cadet or future officer the opportunity to succeed here.
Right.
So yes, if you're interested, come on down and see us. Again, no commitment.
I'm glad you said that, because I'm telling you, I was one of those students that really felt that if you join the ROTC, you're practically automatically enlisted. There's no turning back. But I'm glad that the program here gives people an opportunity to just get fit. Like, I'm one of those people who needs to get healthier. But it's a place to train to better yourself for your career. And my last question is, you're a lady of great talent. We really we honor you for how you're serving our country and now our university. So what plans do you have for the Military Science Department as far as the future goes?
That's a tough question. My two predecessors were incredible. Lieutenant Colonel Dave Freeman is still on campus as an Augusta State University faculty, and he developed a foundation here that has really stood for the last 7 years. Colonel Michelle Gaudette just departed recently, and those two officers set us up for success. They developed this program that has a great foundation. I'm looking to take it to the next level, but maintaining the foundation that they set. I'm excited to be here. Everyone at Augusta State University I've met has been both helpful, happy, pleased. I feel like I've found a little piece of heaven right here at Augusta State. So thank you very much for the kind words and the welcome.
Well, I want to say thank you so much for doing this interview with us, and thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for listening.